The fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys.
Hello, you're listening to WIUX LP Bloomington, and this is the Boys Cold One Hour. I'm Jonathan.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, sorry. All right, I'm Clay.
I'm Bill.
One.
Yes.
Let's just get right
Start
into
it
it.
off.
Let's get to the point, yeah.
No more
All right.
messing around.
All right, where is it? Oh, there we go.
That felt good.
That feels good. A long day is honest work. Or dishonest
Oh,
work.
man.
If you're in the Kelly School business.
Okay, not true.
Come on. Talking about speed again.
Man,
Ooh,
this
that's
is
good.
still... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Nice shoot. Get it in the glass.
Get it in the gloss, yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
Gotta make sure you pour it the right. Oh.
Who are those boys on the radio?
They've got some cold ones and their own show. Open up your ears. Listen to us. Forget about your fears. No need to fuss. Fun never ends with the best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys.
So we got a really, really good show planned for you today.
Let's get into it.
Jerry, you're not going to believe it.
What is it?
Well, okay, so last night I went on my third date with Estelle, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, we're going to my mother's house, you know. It's a cold day, though. I packed the jacket. We're walking outside. And what does she do? I'm out in the
What's
cold.
she
She
do? What's
zips
she
up
do?
my own jacket like I'm 2 years old.
Okay, I think you're exaggerating
No,
a
it's
little
not
bit.
exaggeration. She's a zipper, Jerry. A zipper.
Hey, I mean, I like a zip. I like a good zip.
That's because you're the one doing the zip. You have all the power. I have nothing.
So
No
you're telling me she just zips your jacket out of nowhere.
She walks up to me and zips up my jacket like I'm some sort of feeble-minded invalid. It
And-
was humiliating, Jerry.
And I don't really see what the problem is here, to be honest.
No. I have no control. I have no power. I practically, said, okay, here you go. I'm 2 years old. Baby me. Mother me.
Okay, so
I got
here's the
Sigmund
question.
Freud
Here's the
issues.
question. Did she ask you if she could zip the jacket before she zipped the jacket?
No ask. Straight to the zip.
Oh my goodness. But what did you do? What was your reaction?
What could I do? I sat there like a deer in the headlights.
I mean, maybe you should have said something if you didn't want her to zip it.
Jerry, you never zip another man's jacket without asking him, all right? I think this is it. I don't think I can do this anymore. The day before I go see my mother, too. Oh, my gosh. All
Hey.
dinner I can only think about that.
Hey boys, what's up here?
Oh, hey, Kramer.
So Jerry, I'm glad you're here. I need to ask you, do you still have any of those small shorts that you used to wear?
I think I might have a pair.
Okay, good. So you know my buddy Mickey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got me in cahoots with the Mets, right? He's got it all worked out
The
so
Mets?
I can be a
Mets?
bat. So he's got it all worked out so I can be a bat boy, you see. And here's the kicker. They get to keep the balls at the end of the game.
They get to keep the balls.
Yes.
What? Okay, so you want to be a bat boy?
Jerry, these are
Isn't that a kid's game?
These are professional grade balls, Jerry. People will pay top dollar for these. I'm talking the greats. I'm talking Mickey Mantle. I'm talking Babe Ruth. This is a big deal, Jerry. Why do you not understand this?
I mean, aren't all those guys already dead?
No, Jerry. How much do you think these little tykes are gonna pay, knowing that Babe Ruth's own sweat and tears flew off this ball, Jerry? The problem is, you gotta be under 21 to be one of these bat boys, so I gotta pass off.
Which clearly you're not.
I gotta pass off. I gotta look.
I don't know. You've been looking good lately.
Oh,
you
yes.
hit the gym?
Well, thank you. I
I
have.
need to get
But
into that.
I gotta pull off the look, which is why I need these shorts. You think a bat boy, this 16-year-old kid, is gonna walk in with my khaki jeans, Jerry?
I mean,
They kicked me out of there, Jerry. They kicked me right out.
You think it's that easy to look 15 again? I've tried, all right? I'm out of options. Small shorts do nothing.
Listen, I think my physique can pull off the small shorts. That's all
No,
I'm
no,
saying,
Jerry,
Jerry.
you can't give him the small.
I
Give
mean,
the small
you are
shorts to me.
skinny. I'll give you that. But those wrinkles on your forehead.
No. Give me the small shorts, Jerry. I could use them better.
You're gonna give
I
this
think this
man-
girl I'm with, she might have a little thing for, guys and, guys who can't do nothing. If I was wearing these short shorts, it might be just up.
George, I admire you. I really do.
Oh, well, thank you.
But do you really think you're gonna be able to get those shorts to fit? You won't even be able to zip them up.
Okay, not with the
Okay.
zipper again. I zip here, I zip there. I've got no control anymore.
Maybe you need to get your girl to come over and zip them.
Okay, I know what that means, funny guy. She's staying right there.
All right.
All right.
So-
that was from the lost episode of Seinfeld.
That we created
Yes.
Right now.
right now.
As we speak.
Unfortunately, Lane was sick. She couldn't come. Get out.
But yeah, interesting. Seinfeld.
Interesting, Jerry. That's how
Maybe
you
you've heard
describe
of it. If you've never seen or heard of Seinfeld, well, you've probably heard of it.
You might not have, though.
But if you haven't, it's a
Never
TV
heard
show.
of it.
It's
No,
a
I'm
si-
jumping-
it's a
I'm jumping
sitcom
on
from the
George.
90s, starring Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's very funny.
Starring
I've
Jerry
seen
Seinfeld as
Jerry Seinfeld. Ooh.
And some people might say it's a show about nothing.
Some people might.
Self-proclaimed, right?
That's what they
Self-proclaimed
say.
Show about nothing. Yes, that's even
Just-
within the show. They start selling around the show about nothing.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Very
right.
self-referential.
So we figured, if they can have their fun having a show about nothing, why can't we?
Exactly.
And that's what that song was from. In case you don't know, I mean, I'm assuming
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming a lot of you know, but for those who don't,
Yeah, I mean,
I want to be
we got
completely
some
exclusive-
youngsters
inclusive.
listening,
We
probably.
got some 2000s
some young
kids.
whippersnappers.
Some iGen.
Some bat boys listening, maybe.
Yeah,
so-
little bat boys.
We got some little bat boys
Their
at the
little
Mets
shorts?
game. At the Mets game, the little short listening between innings.
Yeah.
All right.
I know we have a big following with that.
With the
demographic.
Mets.
With the Mets fans.
Oh, the Mets love us.
We
Yeah.
have been endorsed by the Mets as the show to watch. No, I'm
Just kidding.
No
Kidding.
endorsement.
Not true.
Endorsement.
Not true.
But I do personally endorse the Mets.
Yeah. So
Kidding.
Well,
Although
also
WIUX
kidding.
does not endorse them.
Kidding. WX is just the-
we can
The
probably get into Seinfeld, or not get into Seinfeld. Sorry, that was
Into
just
the Mets.
We got into Seinfeld.
So in case you guys couldn't tell, this is the week where we just talk about the Mets. Stats
Right,
from the
yeah.
50s, the 40s, 30s on. The really exciting stuff every once a
greats.
year. Yeah. Oh, you will not believe this no-hitter I pulled up from 1928. Who?
Ooh, we're gonna be walking through. He's gonna be describing the.
They had the real
The
shoeless.
footage.
They had the real shoeless Joe Jackson, who literally didn't even own any shoes.
Wow.
You know.
So who are the classic Mets? Who do we think? when I think of the Mets, I think of David Wright.
You know who I think?
You know
of?
David Wright?
You know, I think of Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Sandy Koufax, Jackie Robinson. These
LeBron,
are all Mets.
man.
LeBron James, okay?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan actually did quit, and he wanted to play for the Mets, but the White
Beckham.
Sox said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Beckham.
Beckham, David Beckham, amazing. Pele. Oh, you should have seen what he would have done. Yeah, with that ball. Barack Obama. Not many people know him as a Mets player. Most of them know him as a Yankees player. But before he got big, he was with the Mets.
Oof. But this David Wright fellow, have you seen David Wright?
No. He actually didn't play for the Mets. He played for the Brewers.
He's such a handsome guy, though. Look at this David Wright here.
David Wright.
Okay, so this guy's obsessed with this David Wright guy.
Wait, what's the big
I
deal?
don't think he's that handsome.
Google him if you want to know what we're looking
I think
at.
his eyebrows look a little bit too
Wait,
like
where'd this
sculpted.
come from? Is he just like the best Mets
Oh,
player?
he's just the only Mets player I can name right now. So.
Oh, so you actually are
This is from the
knowledgeable
article
on the
Mets
topic.
Morning News. David Wright is still broken, and I am still sad.
Oh,
I'm
no.
a Mets fan, am I right?
Does he even still play on the Mets? I don't even know.
No, I think they picked
Man,
up
I think he
Mickey.
does.
Mets lost again.
They picked up Mickey Mantle a few seasons back, so he's still going pretty
Yeah,
strong.
that's the only reason I'm watching because Mickey Mantle's on there.
The great Mickey Mantle, and also who can forget the other Mets great Mickey Mouse?
Oh, true.
He worked
true.
magic on those on third base.
You know, the thing about the Mets is there's wins, there's losses, there's blunders, there's wonders,
Ah.
there's
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
ties. You can sometimes tie.
I'm sniffing what
True,
you're
true.
dropping.
Well, speaking of wonders and blunders,
We've got the boy wonder.
And the boy blunder.
Although this is a show about nothing, as we'll get into.
Or in this case, the boy nothing and the boy
Something.
something. But something is bad in this case
oh,
Yeah.
because it's a
true.
show about nothing. We're endorsing
You
nothing.
did something bad,
oh,
and then you did nothing.
The boy nothing and the boy
We're
bumbling.
embracing nothing's good every once in a while.
oh yeah.
So let's start with the boy nothing. This is the boy.
Who did
Nothing
nothing,
wrong.
Who
nothing
did
to be
nothing
embarrassed
wrong?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe even did some great stuff. But I mean, doing nothing's good too.
Yes. And the boy nothing for this week is
Sergey Luxman. Oh, he's been
Thank
pulling
you.
it off a lot.
So what did I not do this week or weekend?
I'll tell you what you didn't do. You didn't take out the. No, I'm kidding.
You didn't shave half of your face.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. I didn't. Well, wait.
So Sergey lost a bet that we were making. Was that Saturday night?
Saturday. Yes, Saturday
So
night.
Saturday night. So we're making all these sorts of bets, right? And Sergey, he always signs himself up for the bets.
Mario
That's
Kart
really
bets.
Mario Kart.
We're not playing Russian roulette here.
Yeah, no. Russia. Yeah, we actually played Russian roulette. And we know. Rest in peace, Sergey. No, I'm kidding. But so Sergey basically lost on Mario Kart, and as a result, he had to shave half of his face. Now, if you know Sergey, he's known for his beard, I would say. Mm-hmm. He's got a big black beard, and so he shaved half of his face. So half of him was completely clean shaven. The other half was covered in a beard.
It's kind of a look, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty humiliating though, maybe.
Yeah.
And you did get roasted for it a lot today.
I did get roasted.
But to be fair, he took it all in stride, and he did it. He might have been so embarrassed he would just stay home from school today and be that stressed out. But he did it. He also had to set an alarm.
Oh yes, he lost multiple bets.
Yes, he lost another bet. The alarm tone was Hamster Dance by Hamson and the Hamsters, which even though it goes. So that went off in class, and his Russian teacher apparently heard it and made him stand up in the front of the class and sing it.
Wait, actually?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear this. Right, really?
Yeah.
And he took it all in stride.
Wait, did
And you
sing it?
sang it?
I mean, it was hard to sing. So.
Can we hear?
Wait,
a
yeah,
little rendition?
yeah.
Not to put you through the embarrassment again, but I just want to know what it sounded like.
I mean, I was pretty much just doing what Clay was doing. I was just like,
Was he like upset at you, or was it just like was it like he was
What's
joking
going
around
on?
with you, or was he a little bit upset? Or a
Oh
little
no,
bit of
she
both?
was. It was a bit of a
Or
joke.
she?
Yeah, she was just
Oh.
joking.
She
around.
just a little bit. She takes it out on Sergey, but she loves him in her heart.
Wait, how big is this class?
I think there
How
were
many
eight
people?
people.
8 people?
Oh,
Okay,
very
that almost
small.
makes it better.
Yeah,
yeah. If it was
yeah.
bigger, it'd be worse.
Wasn't in a big lecture hall or anything.
No,
Yeah,
it was
oh,
like
man.
in a small room.
Yeah,
People I've known
that's kind of
for-
good. Yeah.
So yes, we have to give Sergey the boy nothing because
He did it.
He did it. He could have just not done it. Like it was pretty embarrassing. I honestly think the hamster dance thing is a little bit worse than the shaving thing.
Ooh.
Because
The
you
shaving
got
thing
you
is
got the
worse.
perfect.
I wouldn't
Any-
mind the hamster.
If
dance
anyone
thing.
is like, "Why did you have your face shaved?" You can just be like, "Oh, I must have missed a spot this morning."
Well, no.
It works like that.
I had it clean shaven straight down the middle, all
Yes,
the way.
Yeah,
down.
literally
yeah,
straight
yeah.
down the middle.
Yeah.
Now
It's
he's
all
completely
shaved
clean
now,
shaven. And it looks good.
Yeah, now it's all
Yeah,
shaved.
yeah.
It's definitely much more of a look now than it was half and half. And then now that brings us to the boy something who did something wrong this week.
Oh no.
Oh shoot.
And the boy something is a Billy McDunn. So, Sergey, what did Billy McDunn do to deserve this boy something?
Well, actually, so we decided to go and eat together, but we couldn't decide which place we wanted to eat, so
It was between Dagwoods and Qdoba.
it was between Dagwoods and Qdoba.
Which
Billy-
are right next to each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you know your
And
boy.
you know what? I haven't had Dagwoods in a very long time, so
You're like, oh, dadgummit, I need some Dagwoods.
I was like, Dad,
Want
diddly
some daggone
gong,
Dagwoods.
I need some Dagwoods right now. So I went with Billy
Ooh.
to get Dagwoods.
Gotta love
and
Billy.
you know what? We decided like, you know what? How would you like this? I'd like it to go, please.
And me and Jay went to Qdoba.
And you guys went to Qdoba,
Yeah.
and you decided to eat at Qdoba for whatever reason. And we're like, okay. So we took our,
Whatever reason.
so
For
we
whatever
took,
reason, you're freaks.
for whatever reason, we couldn't eat at Dagwoods, but we had to go to your no. But we took it to Qdoba, and whilst we were eating this, the Dagwoods in Qdoba,
The
with
Dagwoods.
Dagwoods.
with the Dagwoods bags and the Dagwoods
Which is
cups.
technically you're not supposed to be doing.
Yes, that is
Technically.
true.
Ooh.
I mean, it's
been
the classic,
arrested.
Can I bring other outside food
Exactly.
into the restaurant?
I mean, it's not exactly the Ritz-Carlton.
as
right?
long as
We're
you
not saying
don't,
anything
as long as you
stupid.
don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, as
it's
long as
fine.
you don't advertise it.
Oh.
Let me just say,
Sheesh.
midway during our conversation, Billy all of a sudden yells out at like the top of his lungs, "I'm not actually eating Qdoba here!" right in front of all the Qdoba
exactly what
patrons and the people
Yes.
working behind the counter. And I'll have to say, I really wolfed down that Dagwood I was eating.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Wait, so I wasn't here for this. Do
I
you
did,
think,
yeah.
Do you think anyone from Qdoba actually heard?
Oh, for
No, he
sure.
literally
I-
said-
it's
I
almost certain.
He literally
Oh,
jumped up on
goodness.
his table and said, "Hey, everyone! I'm not eating from this stinking restaurant!"
Yeah, it was
no
a big
reason.
scene. No,
That's crazy.
In,
It was a scene.
in reality, I was responding. There was someone I knew who was there.
Charles Smoot.
Yeah, my sister's
Oh.
boyfriend.
Oh goodness.
And
It's one of
he
those
was like,
things.
things are
sister's
pretty,
boyfriend.
things are pretty tense. No, I'm joking.
The
in
Smooth
case,
Meister.
in case you're listening.
the
I'm
Smooth
joking. I'm
Steer.
joking. I'm joking. No, but basically he was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm actually not Because I'm not actually. I was gonna say like, oh, I'm just here getting some Qdoba.
like, I'm not
But
actually
then
eating
But then I was
Qdoba.
like, wait, I'm not actually getting Qdoba.
Pretty
So
loud.
I'm like, yeah, I'm just. Well, he was across. Like he was walking in. I was sitting down. So I wanted to make sure I could project my voice. I'm
And
like,
then he kinda
and I was
roasted-
like, well, I'm not actually eating the Qdoba.
And then as soon a big burly manager,
Yeah.
next to was like, son, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Took out the
goodness.
taser gun.
Yeah, and then
Taser
I was
Billy.
like,
Billy.
if you think, I was like, oh, okay, the big scary Qdoba, and then it cut to me getting thrown out.
Oh, the big scary kid guy thinks he can just do whatever he wants.
Oh no,
It was rough.
that's
I
wild.
did not,
actually,
I did not mean to.
But
goodness.
to make it feel better, we all got ice cream afterwards, which is pretty fun.
yeah,
did.
that was pretty good.
So
and
that
then
feeling,
I didn't yell anything.
Yes.
We went to Hartzell's for ice cream. Not a
Hartzell's
sponsor.
first- Not a sponsor.
Not this time.
But ooh, it was good.
Yeah,
Just
it was
wrong.
good. And I didn't bring any outside food in this time.
Yeah, that's good.
You just said, I don't want to eat that stinking crap. Where's the froyo?
I just walked in. I was like, Ben and Jerry's is better.
Ben and Jerry's for life. Then he started trying to start a Ben and Jerry's chant. Ben and Jerry's. But they're the same. We figured that the same muscly manager also moonlights at Hartzell's.
He's like, my
Oh,
shift
no.
just ends at Dagwood's
yeah,
for me to
he
come
goes
here.
to crack his knuckles. Well, my shift has just begun.
Oh no.
What gives you the right to think you can just?
Unfortunately, that is how it went. No.
Yes, exactly. That is
Oh,
verbatim how he
goodness.
went. The
All
two big
right.
burly managers both manhandled Billy.
Well, yeah, I am
Yeah.
the boy something this week. 'Cause that was something else.
Yeah. What you did was something else.
Oh,
You know what
goodness.
else is something else? All those new music those guys are releasing.
Yeah, those guys.
All those guys, even the even the girls too,
Yeah.
and the moms
Oh,
and dads.
That's
yeah,
the thing about-
true.
That's the thing about
music.
music. It's a gift that keeps on giving. So, in honor of music, we will be playing a song for you.
Here's a gift to you.
But don't go away because there's more nothing
Ooh.
to come.
The show about nothing. I like it.
More about nothing.
More about nothing.
And here we are.
That's a good mixtape.
Yep.
Hey, parents of children with asthma, here's the Breathe Easies with another one of your favorite hits.
Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke around the kids in the house. Don't smoke in the car. Don't smoke in the house. Don't break my heart with your secondhand smoke in the kids. It can trigger the asthma.
Preventing asthma attacks can be as simple as making your home and car smoke-free zones. For more Breathe Easy tips to help stop asthma attacks, go to noattacks.org. Up next, well, what do you know? The Breathe Easies with another hit song, Vacuum Up the Floor.
Vacuum up the floor. Vacuum up the floor. Vacuum up the floor. The asthma trigger is no more. You gotta vacuum up the furniture and vacuum in the cracks because the dander and the dust can give kids asthma attacks.
Simple steps can help your kids breathe easier. Vacuum up the floor to keep your house free of dust, dander, and dust mites. For more Breathe Easy tips to help stop asthma attacks, go to noattacks.org. Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
I know that he loves you. I can tell he's thinking of you. He's acting far away. He acts like he's okay. Yes, I know that he loves you. When we're both in the moonlight and everything is so nice, then he's acting far away. And he's okay. Yes, I know that he loves you. I just can't stand to see him crying. All I wanna do is make him laugh. I wish that he was my guy. Then everything be so nice. Once he heals up his heart, we'll never be apart. Yes, I know that he loves you. I want you to set his blood free, so he can give it to me. You know I treat him good, I really wish you would. Yes, I know that he loves you. You broke his heart for so long. He should be with me where he belongs.
Hello, we are back with the most cold 1 hour.
That song was "No" by the Tsunamis.
No, it's I Know.
Oh, whoops! I typed that incorrectly.
Yes,
I know.
By the
By the
Tsunamis. No,
Tsunamis.
as in K-N-O-H. K-N-O-W.
KNOH.
Meaning I don't know how to spell.
Canal.
So, we mentioned this was a show about nothing. And we meant it.
We have
We
nothing to talk about, actually.
Literally nothing to talk about.
But
Literally.
first, sports.
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 We're going to the sports game in the sports zone. Sports.
Oh, well, that's
Ooh, we watched some sports last night at a restaurant.
We actually did. It was a Pacers game. It was Pacers versus the Cavs. Oh, but it was a close game.
It was a close game, and they still have a big chance of winning. I think they're still going to win.
They
so.
do, but they are going to have to tough it out now.
Yes, the ball is no longer in our court, so to speak.
Yes, that's true. Also, we've also been watching another sport at the house recently too.
A little baseball.
We've been watching a little baseball.
Yeah.
I think that actually was it Who was it?
The Dodgers and the Nationals.
And the Nationals.
So
yeah.
the Dodgers beat the Nationals 4-3 last night,
Nice.
and currently the Marlins are playing the Dodgers.
The
my
Marlins are?
two favorite teams. Right now it's 1-0 Dodgers at the bottom of the fourth.
Okay.
So I'll be keeping an eye on that.
Shoot. And then we've also been watching some other sports at the house. A little ping pong.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so,
what you were talking about. Okay.
So
The anime.
yeah.
Good
Ping
TV
pong
show.
the anime.
Good TV show.
It's pretty good actually. It's pretty cool.
No, it's
Yeah.
very
Who would
good.
have thought that ping pong could be such a difficult sport and so strenuous?
I know, right?
But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. They literally have these guys like running miles like to be a ping pong player.
Yeah.
You never would think it.
You never would have imagined that. I don't know. I've
No.
never seen the show, so I don't really have any,
Oh
any
man,
material on
you
that.
should be watching this.
It's a
with
good
us.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh come on, dude.
It's a lot like tennis, just a smaller court, maybe a few less players. but hey,
You less players.
You.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it might be a cool show. I've seen you guys watching it.
Uh-huh.
I haven't exactly been invited to watch it with you guys.
Hey, come on.
The animation
That's
does
not
cool
true.
on it. No, I'm kidding. The animation does look cool on it.
Oh, and then we did also play a basketball. Well, part of a basketball.
We
game.
did play part of a
Yes,
basketball
Oh, we
game.
did, yeah.
Yes.
Against some local
Some,
college
like, 20
athletes.
Yeah, some like I think they were like they were like Villanova players.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
somewhere
Yeah, they were Villanova players visiting us, and they only beat us by 1 point, which is pretty
Right,
crazy.
yeah. No, but in all honesty, they were probably like in 10th or 11th grade.
Yeah.
Maybe even like,
Oh,
maybe even,
shoot,
like
I was
freshmen in
not
high
here
school.
for this.
Yeah.
When did this
yeah.
happen?
So here, I'll tell the story. So on Saturday, me, Sergey, Jonathan, and Jay all walked to the park to maybe because we all wanted to go work out, but we were like, oh shoot, I don't want to go to the gym. Like
Wait, that was yesterday, wasn't it? Not
It was
Saturday.
yesterday.
it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, yeah, it was yesterday.
Anyways.
Well, anyways, I digest. But so none of us wanted to go to the gym though. We were all feeling lazy. You know, you have to get in the car, drive there.
Oh, it's the
So we were like,
worst.
oh, why don't we just go to the park? Because we live right by a park. We live like 3 blocks away from the park. So we decided to just go to the park instead. And we were just shooting around. We were playing some pig. It was pretty fun. We brought the basketball with us. Then all of a sudden, all these kids from the other side of the court. It was 4 of us and 4 of them. And the guy's like, yeah, hey, yo, do you guys like want to like play like a 4-on-4 with us?
And we were like,
And I take one look at Jared, take one look at this guy, take one look at Jonathan, and I take a look at the other guy. I say, you know what? Challenge accepted. These guys, they're shrimps, right? like not to taking anything away from them, but they were all pretty short.
Okay.
one of them was probably taller
Yeah,
than me, though.
How old
than
did
me
you
for
say they
sure.
were? They were in.
They were
high
like
school,
20.
We
probably?
were kind of guess, yeah,
Eight?
like 25 maybe.
No, in all honesty, in all honesty, I think they were sophomores in high school.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
So
Yes.
15.
Some of them did a facial. Some of them did a
okay.
facial.
Oh
hair, though.
yeah, some of them did actually have some serious facial hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
So we kind
So
of.
it's got to be what, 30, 40?
Yeah, something like that.
If you guys have ever seen Space Jam before, that's kind of what happened.
The Looney Tunes came.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes came
With
they
you
were-
loons.
They were the big bad monsters, and we were just running, like crazy around them. We had some crazy plays, but one of them was really good.
Oh, he was crazy. The cargo shorts.
Yeah, he
kid,
was
right?
literally wearing
Yeah.
cargo. Like he was literally wearing cargo shorts and just like was dropping point after point against us. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, man.
Billy's having a small problem, but that's all right.
Just my microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So you're dropping
No need
so
to
many
be
points
alarmed.
against us.
Oh, he was hooping it up. He was going crazy, actually.
And in the end, I think the score was like 11-10. Sergey had to leave, so we had to cut the game short.
Yeah, we were.
They had 11, but he literally had
The
scored like
game
9 of
wasn't
their
over
points.
yet, so we didn't exactly lose, but we kind of did.
Yeah.
He scored 9 of their points.
Yeah.
So without that kid, or if it was
Without
all
that
those
kid.
kids, we would have just been destroyed.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So yeah, but it was a pretty
Yeah,
good game.
and if Jay and I didn't keep missing our layups, we probably would have done a little better too. But
You also have to keep in mind, they came up to you guys. They were prepared for some sort of face off. You guys
Oh,
were just
true,
you guys
yeah.
were just there, strolling
Man.
through the park.
That's true. It was like the
Who
second
knows?
time I played basketball in quite a while.
Yeah, I think my first time all year actually.
Yes,
but
me
yeah,
too.
I bet they. You know what? I bet they've been practicing every day.
See,
you know?
I honestly feel like that good kid was on like the JV at his school, but nobody seems to.
We could have been. I would say JV, maybe not varsity, but yeah, he was pretty good actually.
Yeah, no. So we did get beaten by a bunch of like 15-year-olds, but it was.
But hey.
It was a close game. Just
It
like the
was.
Pacers.
Where was that during our boy Blunder discussion?
Oh,
We did good.
come
We did
on.
pretty
No,
good.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It
I'm
was
kidding.
fun. It was fun.
It was
We
definitely
played well.
fun. And if those kids are listening, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if there's a rematch, it won't go down the way it did.
Oh no.
It's
We'll
always-
be ready this time.
We have a few more tricks in our arsenal that we've discovered. So
We're gonna have to put 2 kids on the cargo short guy, but
we're not going easy this time.
oh no.
It doesn't matter to be 6-on-4.
Yeah.
Us with 6, but no, but yeah, that was pretty fun. What else? What else has been going on with us?
Well, what else?
It's finals week, which it's dead week.
Oh, dead week.
But I have 2 finals this week, so it doesn't really.
Yeah,
count.
I
Oh
have-
shoot, really?
Well, okay, I have 1 final, and then I also have a bowling final. So technically, I have 2 finals.
Oh, okay, really?
But I also have a final presentation, if you want to count
Oh,
that.
yeah. I have a couple final
Then I have
presentations.
3 finals.
Man, that's pretty
Not
crazy.
really. I mean, I'm not going to count bowling.
So, has anything weird happened to you guys lately? Any weird
Well,
stories?
Weird stories.
I don't think that. I mean, like there was a little 500 this weekend. We could talk about that. What team won? Was it it was the Cutters, right?
I think
It was Theta for girls.
Theta for girls. I think it was Cutters for guys.
Go Cutters, yes.
Isn't that the team that won in what's that movie called?
Breaking free.
Yeah, or Breaking Away.
Breaking away.
I
Yeah.
heard that the top 4, none of them were like fraternities. They were all like other teams.
Oh, really?
That just goes
Yeah.
to show if you're like us, if you're a loser who couldn't get into a fraternity, there's still a chance for you to win a basketball. to win a
man.
bicycle tournament nobody cares about.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Everybody really cares about. We love it here in Bloomington. The Little 5. It's amazing.
We were right there in the front row.
Yes, I was actually.
Not really.
We were collecting the antique balls.
Yeah, you get to keep if you're one of those.
You get to
people
keep
who
the
help-
tires.
You get to keep the tires. Those
Yes.
are antique tires.
No, I actually I had a bit of a weird run in the other day. Maybe you guys can help me digest it.
What happened?
I think I've told this to Jonathan before.
Help you digress it.
Digress it. Oh yes. So last Tuesday I went to the gym. Pumped some iron. Just kidding. I just sat there and ate a hot dog and watched all the fit people walk by. It made me work up a sweat. No, I'm kidding. I did some. I did a pretty good workout. I feel.
Okay.
I went on the bike. I went up the stairmaster. I felt pretty good about myself, and I finished up my workout at about 9 p.m. I want to say, so not that late by any stretch of the imagination. I like to think. And there's a restaurant that we really like that every Tuesday does a buy one get one free sort of deal.
This is Penn Station.
Yes, we're not endorsing it at all.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said
in fact,
that.
by the end of the story, you might never want to go there.
Oh,
again.
maybe I should have said the
no.
name.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, it's fine,
No, I'm
it's
kidding.
fine.
I'm kidding.
The rat just jumps
Yes.
out of the sandwich. No, okay.
So I get there at like 9:03. I'm so hungry. Like I just had a good workout. I haven't eaten much today, and I'm ready to get a buy one get one free sandwich. Right? I'm gonna probably eat both of them. But I go in and I'm like, oh, and I'm perusing the menu. Oh, yes, that looks quite delicious. Oh, I didn't know the trout was in season. And so then they call me up to the front register and I order.
They call you. That's how.
Yeah. They say, hey, buddy, stop looking at the menu. Are you gonna buy something? And I'm like,
Oh goodness.
they say number 9, looking fine. So I step up, and I'm like, all right, let me get 2 of these 6-inch sandwiches. And the guy says, yeah, but we're not doing the buy one get one free because it's after 9 and it stops at 9. I look at the watch; it's 9:04.
Oh no.
I'm like, come on! Of all the rotten luck, you gotta squeeze me in. But he's not having any of it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But I'm so hungry. I already drove to Penn Station. I might as well just take the L, as the kids say, take the loss, and just order a full price thing.
Oof.
So I do, and I'm waiting for it. I'm just kind of like, oh jeez, this is costing me a lot of money. Then I get it, and I'm like, I'm kind of happy again. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, so I grab my sandwich, walking out the door, and those stone steps next to Penn Station.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bored, so I'm kind of doing like a thing where I'm like, doop, doop, like kind of like jumping down the steps a little bit.
Okay.
Like I'm just
What
having
are you
fun.
doing?
Oh wait, you did tell me about the story.
Yeah,
Wait,
like, I'm
oh,
literally just having fun.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
like I didn't think anybody's watching or anything.
Oh,
And this
gosh.
car full of guys pulls up next to me, with the window rolled down, and the guy says something very offensive to me.
Okay.
He refers to me as with a gay slur,
Okay.
and says he's gonna knock me out.
Oh goodness.
For no.
And this is what
reason.
day is this? This is yesterday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Wait, this is Tuesday. So this is like almost a week ago.
Yes, almost a week ago. And he's like, okay, so I'll just bleep it out. how about I knock your butt out, offensive slur.
Oh my
And I'm
goodness.
just like, what? And at first I was really confused because he didn't yell it at me. He just kind of said it.
Yeah.
Like how I'm talking to you right now.
Right.
So at first I was like, oh, this guy's gonna say something to me. And then I heard he was mad. I'm like, oh, did I do something? Like, did I like
Oh,
walk in front of his
goodness.
car or something? And I'm like, no, I'm literally just minding my own business, jumping down these steps, like I'm just having fun, you know.
Man.
So this guy, and then he sort of giggles, and all of his friends start giggling. He drives away really fast. But I'm like, what the
Oh
heck, man?
that's just mean. I mean, obviously, I don't think he meant that at all. But like,
No, I
that's
was
just
just having
not
fun,
cool.
though.
Yeah,
I was
he
having
probably
fun.
lost a Mario Kart bet or
Yeah,
something.
I was honestly gonna say that. I bet his
Yeah.
friends were like, "Hey, see that
Like,
kid over there? Like,
yeah,
say
yeah.
this
No,
to
I think
him."
you're just trying to impress his friends. But at the
Yeah,
same time,
exactly.
I feel like he could have been like, hey, stupid hair, or like, hey, ugly. But instead he went for something that like
Yeah.
makes him look bad, not really me.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's just not cool.
Like if you pull out that, like he could be like, hey, your hair looks like you know, a bushel of
know.
briars, or I don't know. Or like, hey, your gym shoes suck, which might have hurt my feelings actually. But instead he was
no.
like, he just called me something that is just, you know, not cool. So I was like, so it's more just kind of like, well, that's
Oh,
weird.
come on, man. Yeah.
I was really relieved though because he drove away right after, and I'm like, yo, he didn't beat me up. That's good.
Yeah.
At least he didn't deliver.
don't
on
know,
Yeah,
it.
what
man.
if he literally got out and started beating
But
you up?
the funniest
People
thing-
are weird.
The funniest thing was his voice like a question. He was like, "How about I kick your butt, huh?"
And you're like, "Nah, I'm good."
no,
No, thank
He
you.
wasn't like, "Hey, idiot, I'm gonna kick your butt." He was like, "How about I do it?" I'm like, "Nah, I think I'll pass." Chad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that
Thank
shit-
you for the offer, but
So then I
I'm gonna have
drove
to
home
decline.
and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird, man. I don't know." But okay, I don't want to go over, but it makes me think of the story that my dad told me that I think is pretty funny.
Wait, can I just add one thing real
Yes,
quick?
yes.
What if, just throwing this out here, what if the guy at Penn Station was mad at you for trying to, finesse two sandwiches here, and he called his friend
interesting.
to come drive by and say that to you?
Oh, I bet he did actually.
Just
That
to-
could be it, but actually, I did exaggerate. As soon as he said that it's like they're not doing it, I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just get blah blah blah.
Oh,
So I was really quite a happy customer actually, even though
okay.
inside I was brimming with rage. But yeah, no, I just thought it was weird. I'm just glad the guy didn't like actually beat me up because
Yeah,
he looked like,
yeah.
he,
Oh
looked
my
like he
goodness.
could have definitely. So I just kind of
Was he pretty big?
He looked like
he
a
pretty
bit of a
thick?
big guy. Yeah, he was pretty
Ooh.
thick, and it was like a bunch of really big guys in the car too.
Oh no.
So like, oh,
Yikes.
But I felt kind of sad because
Yeah.
I was just having kind of like a carefree, like
Yeah.
fun moment where I just jumping
Yeah.
down these steps.
I
This
know.
guy just
Yes.
kind of burst my bubble. But hey, that's the world we
Oh
live
man, I bet you're way faster though.
Yeah.
in. I'm way faster for him.
Way faster.
And
You're
did-
light on your feet.
Did he get a delicious sandwich that he paid too much for? I don't think so.
Oh no.
I'm glad he didn't take my sandwich too. And he's like, I'm taking this.
Oh no, that would be the
No, but
worst.
it reminds me of this one story. I don't want to talk too much.
No, no,
I'm
you're
a
good.
Microphone hog.
Go for it.
My dad has this friend named Harold, who is a. So my dad is a geologist, and Harold is also a geologist. And I think this is when Harold was a graduate student. Now Harold is a guy. He's kind of like glasses. He's got really long hair. You know what I mean? He kind of like he looks like he looks kind of like a geologist, I guess.
Okay.
Like he walks around in like short shorts with like this super like flowing like mane and like kind of crappy like nerdy glasses. And he's walking down the street in his neighborhood, and this truck full of guys pulls up next to him and just throws eggs and trash all over him.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's like, "Oh my God, what the heck?" He's just standing there, like dripping with egg yolks and trash. And then he sees the truck drive away, turn around, and the truck literally does a 180 turn, comes back around and throws trash and eggs at him.
Oh my
again.
goodness, what?
It
Why?
was to me like the saddest thing. Like you barely have time to comprehend what just happens, and you realize, oh crap, they're coming back again.
Oh my goodness.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he felt bad at the time, but like that story's just kind of
Yeah.
funny to me.
Oh man.
Like the idea of like the damage being done, but they're like, you know what? Let's just throw eggs
Oh,
at this
that's
guy one more
crazy.
time.
Wait, did I ever tell you guys about the time when I was out running and something like that happened to me?
Oh wait,
I
no.
might have.
Wait, no, you never told
I
me.
might even
I
talked
don't
about
think
this
I
on
I
the
might
know.
forgot
show.
about it, but
Really?
Well, maybe.
Well, basically, I was just out running in my neighborhood. Then all of a sudden, this car is like, driving down the street. At first, seems pretty normal. Then they like speed up really fast and actually like switch like sides of the road. So they're like directly about to run into me because I'm
Oh,
like running
jeez.
on like the right side of the road. And I literally had to like jump out of the way so this car didn't hit me.
Oh, God.
And then they literally turned around and came back and did the same exact thing again.
Wait,
And then
really?
they drove off. Like I think
Wait,
they were just messing with me.
Like they
or
were trying to
something.
make it seem like they wanted to hit you or
Exactly.
Was
No,
he
no,
Florida
they were
or-
very much so.
something? Oh,
making
so
it-
like it wasn't even like vaguely.
Yeah, no,
like,
no.
It was
they were
clear.
literally like acting like they were trying to hit me. Yeah,
Was
it
it
was
in
crazy.
Florida or
This was
Indiana?
this
These
was
are
in
crazy
Florida, yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Oh,
this was probably like in
jeez.
high school, like I don't know,
Oh my
junior
God,
year of high school
how'd
or
you
something.
feel?
I don't know. It was kind of scary actually.
I'd be really
I
scared.
literally just
I'd
started.
be like, are they gonna come back?
I literally just started running like as fast as I could. Like I was out running anyways,
I
but
totally
I was
would
literally just like sprinting.
I would too.
I think I ended up going to like more of like a public place or something like that because I was like, oh goodness. But
Yeah, see,
um,
I would actually probably take the eggs versus the guy trying to murder me.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
right?
same.
Obviously, he wasn't gonna hit.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing they were kind of joking around, but like I didn't really see who it was. But I was like, oh goodness, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
what like do these like pedestrians do? Like
I don't know. I was
what were
literally
you
just out
doing?
for a jog. Like,
Cause were you like, oh, I might have done something?
no,
for me,
I
I was
wasn't.
like-
No.
Maybe I don't even know what I could have done to this guy.
Were you violating walking etiquette?
Ooh, no. I mean, I don't
not
think I
for
was.
I'm always I
definitely
will
not,
always
actually.
I will always go for the walker.
Has that ever happened to you though, where you've ever been yelled at?
Oh.
Or been roasted by a car? 'Cause I feel like I got roasted double. One by Penn Station, one by this gaggle of hoes.
I feel like Sergey, wasn't there someone saying something to us once when we were walking? We were walking to some class.
Well, I've gotten the freshman shout before.
I've never
yeah.
gotten the class.
Or like the
freshman.
where's the library? That one. Have you gotten that before?
No, but I've gotten.
Where's Byantine Hall?
I've gotten when I was where's Bayantine? I've gotten when I was a freshman though. Well, I was a freshman though, so I was kind of like, oh, okay. Somebody
Oh,
yelled
yeah.
freshman at me. Me and Eric were
Yeah,
walking to
yeah, yeah.
McDonald's.
I've definitely had that happen sometimes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It was earlier this year, and someone said something, and I didn't even realize they were talking to us because I just assumed they weren't. And we just basically didn't acknowledge them and walked away, and then they just drove away. I feel like it was kind of awkward. I mean, it was
What were
awkward
they
for
saying?
us.
Were they catcalling you?
Do you? No, I don't
Like,
think so.
hey, good looking.
Hey, good looking.
I don't remember this, though.
Good
I do remember, but
looking.
I'm
You were
not.
walking
I don't
real, like,
remember
right
what they were saying. I think it was something
Hey,
like.
walk that foot over here.
No, they were just like, I literally don't even remember. It was like,
Was it mean?
it wasn't even like they were like, hey, losers. It was like they just like pulled up and they just started talking to us like,
Like, hey man, what's up?
yeah, like they started saying something.
Oh yeah,
and
no, it did happen recently.
I think they were doing it because they thought it was funny.
They were
Like,
good. They were
"Oh,
yelling
yeah."
at us,
What were
and
they saying,
I
though?
think
I
it was. So they were yelling at us, and they were just trying to like say something, and I actually know what this you're referring to because actually this person,
You know this person?
yes.
Wait, what?
And so it was
Oh, well, that
actually
makes sense then, right?
this
Oh.
person at APO who's trying to get our attention, but she was in a group with a bunch of other girls.
No, that was you and Eric that had happened to.
no. I
This
think
is
this
another
was-
thing, too?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, so this is
Oh,
actually
okay.
someone we knew.
yeah. I think they were trying
Oh,
to get.
I
our
never-
attention.
I
Oh,
not
that's
have
a
all
lot
the
less
information.
scary then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not scary at all.
Because have you ever had someone like you know yell at you from the window for a second? You're like, oh my god. And you're like, oh, okay. That's not
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
I had
But
happen
for a
until
second,
this
you're
very
like- you're
moment.
Like, oh,
Oh
this
yeah.
guy's gonna arrest me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've definitely had something like that happen back home too.
happened?
Back when I used to run, we have like this little park, like a bit of a ways from our house, like maybe like a mile, and I would like run over there. It was
Right.
like about 6 or 7 miles,
Mhm.
and so I would run around there. And one time when I was running around there, it was like toward the evening. This car comes around, goes on the opposite side of the lane, throws these like. Oh, I forget what you call them, like like poppers or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just like throw them, and they threw them. They threw like a bunch, like completely like
What's wrong with
Oh,
you?
that's
completely
crazy.
dazed me because I had no idea what was going on. Then they come around back again, and this time their dog jumps out of the car.
Wait,
and
what?
starts chasing me.
What?
Oh my goodness,
And
that's
then
wild.
but then I just like kept running, and I think he just got distracted like by because this was like kind of like a park where you have like animals like, and it was like toward dusk, so there were just some deer out. So I think he got distracted at one point and ran off, but I didn't look back. I just kept running.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wild.
I just
Man,
want
what
to
are
know,
people
like,
doing?
what's their motivation? What's their
For any of the, well, I mean, yours makes sense. You're trying to get your attention. But
yeah,
for all
but,
three
like,
of ours.
These other ones, like, is it like I'm assuming it's like, hey, you know what'd be funny? Like it's some sort of dare or some
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
like
No,
it could be a bet
No,
too.
I think it's to impress whoever else is in the car.
Yeah,
Because I don't think somebody by themselves drives around trying to kill people or screaming slurs at people.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
no.
I think it's like a bunch of guys probably. Like, dude, check this out, man. I'm gonna freak this stupid kid out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But like, who does that?
I mean,
People I don't
Come
think
on, that's not
yeah,
nice.
not
Yeah,
us.
not nice at all. Yeah.
All we do is make people shave half their face.
Yes, exactly. completely.
You know, that'd be like us, cutting out of the car and be like, "Hey, you, I'm gonna shave your beard off,
Yeah.
shave all your hair off," and then we like have a razor and we turn it on, and
Oh
then we
my
drive
goodness.
away.
I think
Oh, that's
the only bad
crazy.
thing I've ever done when I was in a car is like I used to like point to people while a song was playing and sing. So I'd be like,
You
oh,
like
what?
point to other people.
Like
in
what's
the
a song?
car.
Like what's a song? Like
don't know.
in a car across from me. Like name a song.
The
That all-
Seinfeld theme song.
I don't know who let
with
the
words.
dogs out.
Who let the
Yeah, so
dogs
I'd be
out?
like, who let the dogs out? Who? So by like pointing at other people in other cars.
Do you get
Oh.
do you get reactions?
Well, one time just somebody saw me and he was like,
Yeah, I'd be
but,
I'd be
What?
kind of concerned.
it's like it's like you're like it's like the cool part of the song. And you just want to be like, who let the dogs out? But then sometimes I got caught. But that's not even that bad. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
don't think that's not that bad. I mean, I would be a little scared if someone pointed at me,
Yeah.
but then I'd probably just forget about it.
The worst thing I ever did is probably drive into the back of somebody's car.
Oh.
But left a note and it all got worked out. I did the right thing.
Oh, good.
I think
That's
so.
good. Good guy.
Haven't heard from my lawyers yet, but how about you guys? What do you think is the worst thing you've done behind a wheel?
Oh.
The worst thing I've probably done is, and I don't do this anymore. I used to be into texting and driving. Not into it, but I would do it. And then I was like, this is so stupid. I shouldn't do it.
That's the worst thing.
So now I just like play some video games while I'm driving.
I like scraped a post in a garage. So I mean,
You're kidding.
just a little bit. Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't that bad.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm
geez,
kidding.
I mean,
No,
I mean
joking.
it wasn't great,
I was
obviously,
joking 'cause
but
it's literally
yeah.
not that bad at all.
Yeah, it's not great, but it did leave a little scratch.
Yeah.
Nothing too bad though,
I mean,
thankfully.
Yeah, mine are just like scrapes and whatnot.
No, I mean like not like a car accident, but like what's like? Have you ever like yelled at anybody? Have you ever yelled at anybody while you're driving though, or done anything weird?
Not really. I usually see. I try not to be too obnoxious in the car, just
Yeah,
because I feel like
You don't know who's in the other car.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's like the internet, you know? When you're behind a screen, whether it be a window or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait for the like
One of
50
these fancy new devices kids are using.
Wait till they're like miles away and then be like, "Hey, idiot!" And they have no chance of ever seeing you.
I'm sure there's some things I've done, but you know, nothing that's really stuck
But sorry,
with me.
I went on this tangent. Has anything weird happened to you guys recently?
Not really.
Not
to be
really.
honest,
too
yeah.
not too weird. I mean, you know, I felt like we hung out a lot this weekend, so we
We did.
Yeah.
we saw
Played a lot of spike ball.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
Spike
that
ball.
is
Yeah,
something we
unfortunately.
have been getting into.
That is a fun.
Spike ball.
Spike ball. We've been playing quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
that's
For those of you who may not know, it's kind of like volleyball with a trampoline, but
It's like volleyball, but for guys.
but for dudes,
It's like volleyball for men.
for men with spiky hair.
Yes. So we all spiked our hair. We all got like
Yeah.
puka shells, spiked our hair up.
Spiked their hair.
Yeah.
Like wife, like orange and black and like white wife beaters. And we're just all playing by the beach.
And just
It does hurt
saggy
a little
shorts.
bit.
Like yeah,
Because the
basket,
balls
yeah,
are-
sag
Yeah,
shorts
yeah,
down to
yeah.
like our calves.
Yeah.
The balls do have spikes on them, so
They
it's a
do,
little rough
yeah.
on the hand.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
kinda
that
hurt.
medieval weapon, but they just took the
Like
stick off.
yeah, the mace or whatever.
Oh yeah.
No, exactly.
No, it's a fun game though.
It is a fun
I would
game.
recommend you to play some spike ball.
Yeah, actually.
You could,
You could.
I mean,
You
if
could.
you wanted to.
if you wanted to. So Sergey, what has anything out of the usual happened to you lately?
Not out of the
You've
usual,
been
but
abducted by aliens?
no. Oh, if I did, I probably wouldn't know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
True. Well, we did
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
story about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
Like
did.
anything at all that it doesn't have to be recent. Like what's like one weird thing that happened to you that you want to share?
Oh, I don't know if it was weird, but kind of going back to the car thing, like where if like have you done something that you probably should like maybe shouldn't have done. So one time, this was actually recent.
Right.
As I was driving back
no.
to the boathouse, this person behind me was like, I sometimes speed, but I was going actually a little bit over the speed limit, very conservatively,
Of course.
through the neighborhood, and I was stopping at the stop
Ted
sign.
Cruz like.
And I was making complete full stops. I wasn't rolling through them. And this guy behind me, an older gentleman, started honking at me when I stopped at the light instead of going, or not at the light, at the stop sign instead of like rolling through.
Oh man.
And then, and so I just like turned, I just like kind of looked back around. And like I like shifted my mirror, kind of saying, "Oh yeah, like I noticed you're honking
Yeah,
at me."
goodness.
And then I get to the next stop sign because there are like 5 or 6 as I'm going down.
Oh no.
And I stop again, and this time, and then I just see him in the back of my mirror. He just throws up his hands like,
Oh
kind of like that.
man.
And at this point, I'm like, oh,
How
jeez.
old is he?
Yeah, probably like mid-60s.
So he might have been having like non-flashbacks and thought you were
Oh
Charlie.
goodness. He's probably just having a bad day.
And then I was like, all right, you know what? I'll speed up a little bit. I'll make sure like, you know, if he wants to like just pass me or something. So I went a little bit faster, and then I got to the next light, and then I stopped again, and then he just like. It looked like he had said something because he rolled down his window, but I couldn't hear him because my windows were
Oh
rolled up.
no.
He's like, "Hey, Buster!"
And he just waved his arms up like this again. And so at this point, I was just like, didn't like go through the stop sign, and I kind of just signaled like my hazards on,
Yeah.
and he just like passed me and whizzed by and like blew through the next 2 stop signs.
Oh my goodness. Well, this
jeez.
guy's just being
Yeah.
mean. Then that's not cool.
No, I
He's
think this
being
guy
a
might
bad
be a little
driver.
bit demented and shouldn't be on the road.
Maybe. Honestly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think he might be having
That's
some
pretty
serious
crazy.
flashbacks.
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
but
Old people
else
do be
would
doing
happen?
crazy things.
sometimes.
Jonathan, you were telling me that story about that old guy who did something crazy to you.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah,
know.
it was pretty crazy.
Wait,
yeah.
wait, is this made up or is this real?
It's like part fact, part fiction.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Can you share? No.
This isn't actually a thing.
No,
Oh,
it
this
isn't
didn't actually happen? Never mind. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, hey, I mean, maybe I've just been out of the loop. I don't know what's going on. There is one thing, though, that I'm interested to know your guys' opinion on.
Yes.
And the reason I was thinking about this is because, Clay, you were mentioning the whole scenario where you went to Penn Station
Oh, jeez.
and they charged you for the full thing.
Those jerks.
There was this. So I went
Those
into.
commies.
Yeah, no, these crazy people trying to scheme us. So I went to Kroger, and you know how if you have the Kroger card, you can get like deals on
You can get
certain
anything
things.
you want for free.
Yeah, anything. It's super great. I mean, I don't know why people haven't been doing this. I just fill up my basket, which is as much as I have.
Yes.
I did. The person who told me about it said you do have to run out of the store.
You have to hide some stuff under your shirt too.
Yeah, you like. It's kind of like a fun game.
Yes.
So, no, but in actuality, so you do get like reduced prices on a lot of items.
That's pretty great.
But there was this, there were at the time that this happened, I was trying to get like a cheap pair of headphones because I had lost mine. Since then I found them, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. But I was trying to get headphones, and I scanned. The reason I got them is because they were like literally super cheap if you got I got the like ones that are kind of crappy that I just wanted them.
Like the $7 ones.
Yeah, exactly. And they were on sale if you had the card. So that's why I wanted to get them.
Right.
At Kroger.
At Kroger. So I go to the checkout. I do the self-checkout because I only had a few items.
Right.
And I scanned the items, and after I scanned my card and I went to like pay and everything, which is when all the deals come out, the deals go, but nothing comes up for those headphones.
Oh no.
So now, basically, my whole idea is: at what point do you like just accept it and be like, okay, whatever, this is it, or at what point do you question, like, find somebody and be
Well, here's the thing.
Oh.
What did you do?
I questioned it.
Oh, I would do that
Yeah,
right
I
away,
would
to be
also-
honest.
I would
I would just hit the call assistant. Call
Yeah,
assistance
I would,
button or
I would like
whatever.
call them as I was leaving with my free headphones or something and say, "Hey, suckers!" no, I'm kidding. I know, honestly, I would.
I
would
did
do
go,
that.
and it
Do you
turned
hit the
out
button?
it-
Like the I need help
yeah,
button?
I hit the I need help button.
I was
and then
mashing it. I need help.
he looked at it. He looked at it, and then he reduced the price for me. And I
Hey,
was like,
yeah.
hey, you know,
Hey, honesty pays off sometimes.
it
Oh,
does,
yeah.
it does. But
Yeah.
I do
Ask
think
and you shall receive. That's
every
what I would
once in
say.
a while,
Dishonesty pays
I'll
off.
get a receipt or I'll get like the price, and it seems a little off. But I won't question it really.
Well,
Maybe that's a
Oh,
bad
man.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
dishonesty pays off too. Because today I went to, I don't know if I should even be saying this. I went to Qdoba, and I got a
Oh yes,
quesadilla.
where I did not eat.
Oh no.
And so the guy gets one spoonful of chicken on it, and this, we've all heard of meager spoonfuls. This is a really meager spoonful.
Oh, yeah.
This
goodness.
is not much at all. So I'm like, I'd rather just pay a little bit more and enjoy it more. So I said, hey, can I get extra meat? He's like, okay, sure. And he gets another meager scoop and adds it. But at this point, it's a lot. So I'm happy. I'm like, I'll have to pay more. Then the guy rings me up, and he tells me the price. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. And I hand over the card, and I'm like, wait, shoot. This guy probably doesn't know I got extra meat on
Oh
the quesadilla.
no.
Oh, ethical dilemma.
But I'm like, okay, so I'm like, these guys give me extra meat. It's not going to affect them whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're going to make their, like, I don't know, I'd like to think like $9 an hour, regardless.
Right. I mean, you can justify it.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, I would have done the
You
same
are
thing.
stealing
So-
from the
well,
company.
no, I just want to know, it's okay if I did the wrong thing. What would you guys have done, though?
No, I probably would have done the same
Because
thing.
we're talking about a $1 price
The question is,
difference.
at what point, if the price is
This
off,
isn't
at
like
what
mom and
point-
pop burritos,
Yeah,
what I
at
mean?
what point do you intervene? Because when we went to Hoo Hot that one time,
Yeah.
I got a soft drink, which was like
Yes.
a $1 or something.
Yes, and I got a hard drink. Champagne, no, I'm kidding.
No, everybody else got water. And so when I got my receipt, the waitress forgot to put the soft drink on my
No,
bill.
I think she liked us.
I think she did like us. But,
I think she didn't put it on purpose.
But also, I think the reason I didn't say anything for me personally, or the reason I justified it, is she gave me. They were like small cups, which is obviously fine. But when she came back to refill the water. Like she kept bringing like pitchers of water to her table, or she brought like one, but she never came back to refill my drink.
Oh. Well, maybe they don't
And
have a
that's
refill policy.
Really, no refill.
I said maybe.
Refills.
Maybe.
No,
sometimes
a place like
that's a
that-
thing.
that-
They were refill. I feel like they
They would give you
refill.
like a can if they didn't have a refill policy, I feel like.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure
This
that
is Who
they
Hot
were-
Mongolian barbecue, okay? We're not exactly talking about,
Yeah, and I think I don't know if she just never came by when I was around. I think in that restaurant you do get up to get like
Yes, to
seconds
get
and
some,
stuff.
Get
It's
some
like
Burn Your Village barbecue.
I don't want to call it a buffet, but it's a.
It's similar to a buffet.
You have to you keep going up to get more food.
And they
basically.
cook it for you.
Yeah, so I don't know if I missed the waitress every single time, and she never came by to ask if I wanted a refill. But I was like, listen,
But-
I wanted to get my money's worth and get lots and lots.
But
and
to
soft drinks
justify
out of
it,
this. So that's why I
sometimes-
didn't say anything.
To justify it, sometimes either people working in those restaurants don't care or they're trying to give it to you for free. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
true. That's true.
Like maybe she liked you and was like, okay, I'll give this for free.
Yeah.
Because sometimes have you ever been like, oh, you know, I didn't pay for this, and they're like, oh yeah, I just gave that to you for free. Like, oh, just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Then
if you're
it's
gonna
like-
be totally
then you feel
ethical, then you
kinda
should say that though. You should be like, oh hey, you didn't charge me for the drink. You know, I mean, if we're going,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
that's
figuring
true.
she never asked if I wanted a
That's
refill,
true.
and I
That-
never got a refill.
That's true, but it's like, you know, he didn't like chop this lady's head off. You know what I mean? All I did was get a free drink. And this
Yeah.
lady's
So
gonna
you're
keep
willing
her
to
job.
sell your integrity for a free drink.
This is something we talk about in ethics.
It
But
is.
listen-
It is.
Can we
I
talk
felt
about
it was still.
Can we talk about what will happen as a result of this?
Yeah, I would
The
like.
lady won't lose her job. You know, the Pepsi will keep flowing another day. And who hot? If they go out of business, it's probably from calling their sauce racist things, not from college kids freeloading Diet Pepsi. Or
Okay,
whatever.
I
Right,
literally,
yeah,
it was like an
yeah.
8-ounce.
No, I'm with you on this
Thing
one.
is all
I wanna know the same
So
thing.
so you're looking at this from a utilitarian standpoint.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
this.
You
as-
might
as-
need to look at it from like a a virtue standpoint. or
If
something
I
like
walk
that.
into like some guy's shack, you know what I mean, and I get like I order like the Mongolian barbecue from the shack that's selling it, and he doesn't charge you for the drink, yeah, I'll say, you know what, buddy, you forgot the drink. We also did tip her, which I know okay,
Yeah.
I know that's necessary, but it's like
Yeah.
it would be more unethical if you just wouldn't have tipped her.
Oh,
I don't know. That almost might be more
I have a
ethical.
question. So, John,
You don't
if
have
you
to
say,
tip.
and I can understand
More
this being
ethical not to tip
unethical.
her?
I can understand this being
That's
unethical.
not unethical.
Wait, what do you
I don't-
think about
You
this?
really have to tip.
I really don't understand how it would be more ethical
Not to tip.
Not to tip. I mean, there's
what-
no policy that you have to tip.
But how's
there
that
probably is a policy where you have to
social
pay for your drink.
But wouldn't that be from still?
Is there though?
Maybe not.
I mean, no, you're probably right. Okay,
mean-
this is what I want to say. So if you, okay, so I understand, I can respect the fact that you think it's unethical, but let me talk about another situation that's happened to me. I went to McDonald's, not a Bloomington McDonald's. This is a different McDonald's.
Yes, you're on the hook, Bloomington McDonald's.
No, you're off
can
the hook
breathe
this
easy.
time. So I asked for a water cup, and the guy hands me the cup and he says, "You can fill it up with soda."
Yeah.
Like he literally, I didn't even ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fill it up with soda." And I was
Do
like-
it. I dare you.
I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then I filled it up with soda, and then he proceeded to call 911. No, I'm kidding. No, I filled it up with soda because I'm like, well, I got this guy's go ahead.
Yeah.
Is that what makes that different than the other way around?
Well, because the person that works at the place is telling you can, as
But
opposed
What
to
if,
Wait,
what if
shouldn't
she
you
was giving you the
insist-
go ahead?
Should I really sacrifice my integrity for one soda though? Either way, I'm.
Well, I mean, if they give you permission.
I mean, do
Might
they
be
have
on
the
This is a
authority to
renegade
give the
employee.
permission?
He's not representing the interests of McDonald's.
Yeah, I should
Corporation,
report this
which
guy.
has a clear
Isn't the
stance.
ethical thing to report this guy to the manager?
The ethical thing is to report this guy and he loses his job and dies on the street. Come on. Hey.
I don't know about
If not
that.
tipping is ethical.
I mean, if you report him, he's not actually going to lose his job.
Oh,
I don't think so.
But then also, I'm literally this guy who literally just reported this McDonald's employee who basically
who helped him out?
who's doing me a
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
thing, and also literally it's $1 for a drink. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sergey, do you have any thoughts?
I don't know.
on this?
I don't know how to. I don't know what to do.
I do have some thoughts about this because as a cashier at Target, sometimes I would be faced with this dilemma. Sometimes they would have a coupon, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't be working. Sometimes it was expired, but oftentimes I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So a lot of the time, I would just give them the coupon. And so, what would you guys think about that?
I think that's
Am I in a position of authority to even do that? And
do
these were
what?
to validate a coupon which wouldn't have gone through the system. So I just manually punch in the discount.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
these were
man.
usually these coupons were always like below $5. Like always.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
they'd be like 25 cents. But I was there representing
Yeah, I
Target
think you're
and
totally
working.
fine.
So what would you guys think? Would that be was that unethical of me?
It depends on what the company policy is. So yeah, I feel like after the first time, you should maybe ask your manager, "Hey, is it okay if I do this?"
No, you know what? My school of thought, I think you're totally fine. I think it's more ethical because you're helping people out.
I think you're fine. Maybe it's technically not right, but you're in a high pressure situation.
Well, it's not even that. Like even my manager like does this also. Like
Well, if your
he'll-
manager does it, then it would probably be okay.
Right. Well, but that's also like it's because like they're in a different position of authority. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
true,
the different
true,
levels
true,
of authority
true.
they can.
Yeah, well, that's why you need to ask your manager, "Is it okay if I do this?"
Right.
That reminds me of something. So when I worked at AMC Theaters, I would work in the concession stand sometimes, and there was this guy. It gets really busy with those long lines, so sometimes you're like going super fast,
Of course.
And this guy comes up, and he hands me this coupon that he has. or coupon, sorry, whichever way you pronounce it. I literally switch between the two.
Coupon.
Coupon. And it says like it's like a
He wrote it himself.
No. It's like it's a real coupon, and it's like it basically says like, oh, free large icy something to do about like he got this in the mail for it being his birthday, basically.
Right.
And this is not like it's not scanning. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Right.
no.
And I'm like, okay, this is probably like a really, really old coupon, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm in the heat of the moment. I'm just like, whatever. I'll just literally just get him. I just won't even put it in the cash register. I'll literally just get him a free icy. Like it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to make it seem like that was working. So I typed some stuff and then I went over, got him the icy and gave it to him. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe that was a little unethical, kind of like what you were saying, but it doesn't matter. But then he says to me, oh, thanks for giving. I'm also saying, okay, this guy is using a coupon he used for his birthday. I'm not gonna get like this kid all sad on his birthday.
Yeah.
You know, so I hand it to him, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, that coupon was 5 years expired. So thanks for doing that." I was like, "Okay, really?"
That's
and then
messed up.
I used my Spider-Man web shooter to swipe the
Wait, he really said that?
the icy back, and I grabbed it and threw it into the garbage. Yeah, no, he actually said that.
Oh
And
wow.
he was like, and I was just trying to, because there's like a line, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to get this guy in and out.
Like snide about it.
I didn't want to. What?
Was
Yeah,
he
he was
like
just like, just so you know, that coupon was 5 years expired.
What'd you say?
So thanks. And I was just like, oh, well, congratulations or something. Like I didn't like talk back. I was just like, oh, well, good job.
I think just cashiers have ethical, because I've worked as a cashier before too. I think you just have ethical dilemmas like more than the average person.
Yeah.
Because like there's so much stuff you just don't know what to do in that situation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
somebody will say something to you and you're like, I don't know.
Dude,
like it
people are
reminds me
crazy.
of my first job when I worked as an ice cream scoop when I was a freshman in high school. I worked scooping ice cream at a restaurant, at an ice cream place in my hometown, and I also work at the register, and it would get super busy in the summer. So this is summer after my freshman year. You know, I'm a little like not very much confidence kid, you know, working this crazy shift at this ice cream place. And this old guy comes up. He looked kind of jolly, actually. He's like, oh, let me get a scoop of ice cream. So I gave it to him, and he gets whatever else. And then I'm like, oh, you know, it's like $3.48, let's say. And he gives me $3. I'm like, oh, I'll just be 48 more cents. And he's like, no, it won't be. You don't need that. You don't need that from me.
What?
And just leaves. And before I can do anything, he's gone in the crowd of this huge people.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
shoot.
Insane. How
This
did
guy just like brazenly didn't pay for the rest of his thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Like if you're gonna do that, just don't pay for it all. Just run out of the store.
Oh
you
man.
don't?
What can you?
that's
Yeah,
so
you can't
weird.
even do anything about that. He's already gone. Like.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he was literally like, and I was like, you know,
That's
this guy
messed
seems
up.
jolly. He was like, yeah, no, I don't need to do that.
Oh wow.
What?
I'm like, what the heck? And another, maybe unethical thing would always happen where people would come in, say they were like military cops, firefighter, with no proof of it at all. But the policy is like cops get like a free thing.
Yeah,
Army
yeah.
men get a free thing. So you have to kind of just have to be like, you know what, dude, I really don't want to argue about whether or not you're a cop or in the Army. So you can just,
Yeah, that's tough. I
That
mean,
is tough.
That is
people
hard.
who like take advantage of that are just not good people, to be honest. Like in
Yeah.
that situation.
And to be fair, these could all be guys who just like left their like ID or whatever at home. And like, you know,
Yeah.
I did the right thing in every situation.
Did you have
But
to ask for an ID?
Yeah, but some of them were like, well,
Oh.
nah, and like some people, guys were there with like their kids, and I'm like, you know, I'm not
Oh
gonna like
my goodness.
make
Oh
their
man.
like daddy like pay for like, you know, I don't
Oh,
know.
Yeah.
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 So, but I think within your cashier, you face a lot of ethical gray area.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
say
I
that
That's true.
because a lot of people have their own ideas of what they want to do, and you just have to kind of like to make your life easier and their life easier. You kind of have to bend a little bit, which might not be the ethical thing.
The classic
tough.
getting an extra sauce at McDonald's.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
true.
'Cause
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think about when I worked the concession stand, how people would get nachos, and sometimes they would ask for an extra cheese like sauce thing, and that was actually like extra. And these are movie theater prices, so it was like $1.50 extra.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, and I mean, this is probably unethical, but because it's so busy, if they asked me ahead of time like they were supposed to, I would charge them. If it was like an afterthought, like they had already paid, and like, oh, can I get another cheese? I'd just be like, okay, whatever, and I just give it to them.
Oh.
I know, not what you're supposed to do.
I
Sheesh.
as a guy in that situation where you're working busy stuff, I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Because like
I'm not
literally-
proud of it, but that's
No,
what
but I mean,
would
like
do.
it's like you know, I could just make my own life that's already hard right now because I have a huge crowd, just way harder.
Yeah,
Or I could just
'Cause then I have to-
bend and you know get rid of this cheese sauce that was probably produced for like 30 cents.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, like, people will like drop cheese sauces on the floor You know
Oh,
what
that
I
was-
mean?
okay, that's
and then
a
it's
sad-
like, oh, now you just have to mark that it's like gone.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I've never felt more like a hero than when a kid would like drop an ice cream thing, like be sobbing, and I'd be like, because you give it was policy to give it another one to a free kid, and they would just be like, and you give them the free ice cream, they're like, oh my god, thank you.
Oh,
You're
man,
just the
that's-
hero
that's
of that
sweet.
day.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So that's ethical at least.
That's definitely
At least
ethical.
it's one ethical thing I did on my job.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, it does come down to policy.
It does,
No.
but like
you need to ask the superiors what you should do in this situation.
No, I
Like
feel
that's
like
the way you should be.
I feel like it's
ethical.
case
it
by case,
is.
though, definitely.
Well, no, that is very true. Like back when I was a cashier, I did ask about my manager like what policies were, and he's like, "Oh, I don't really know like what the policies are. They aren't very clear. So like it's up to your discretion below
Oh
$5."
wow. Well, if they tell you that, then it is.
But like he said, he didn't know company policy or like company policy wasn't clear about that
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
So
I will
That's
say,
tough.
I will say, me and Billy are probably more the wild cannons in terms of the rules when it comes to the what's going on. Though.
I
A
don't.
little bit.
I don't want. I'm not proud of
not
it.
like we're like breaking laws, but I feel like we're a little bit less like maybe like like stickling to like rules. You know,
a little bit less ethical.
all right,
well,
let's
I
get
don't
these
wanna
vagabonds
think
out of
I'm less
here.
ethical. I will say you're probably right, but also I think really think it's the high pressure situation.
But I also think it comes down to case by case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, like
Like you
if,
get some guy being who you know is gonna be annoying. You're just like, oh, whatever.
yeah.
It is high pressure though.
If it's someone who's being stubborn and there's a really long line and you have to go through things fast, it's just easier to just hand them the cheese.
And probably better for the corporation too, because then there won't be people on Yelp like this idiot cashier made me wait 30 minutes.
Yeah.
While he told me that
Judgment
loser.
judgment calls. Plus, I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like, well, I know I'm probably not supposed to do that, but like they never actually said, like,
yeah.
don't give someone
And
a
just the
icy for a expired coupon.
And
You
just
know
the,
what I mean?
the thrill of giving somebody that free nachos is just unreal.
Oof.
No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm completely kidding.
I mean, I think maybe some people do experience that. We've been to Taco Bell before, where the guy's like handing out.
The
Drinks.
guy's
He's
like just throwing.
He's like, yeah, like the guy
this
was
is my last
literally-
day here anyways.
Yeah, he actually
yeah.
said that. He was like, "This is my last day working here. Take a free drink, everybody." And I was like,
Oh, my goodness.
shoot,
That guy
What-
was awesome.
That guy
But
was
he literally
awesome.
definitely got fired because I've never seen him
no.
since then.
Yeah.
And everything he was doing warranted firing.
Well, I think he was gonna quit regardless.
Yeah. But he was cool, man. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think it might be that time of the hour where we start
think it
winding
is.
down and
Man.
start. You were listening to WXLP Bloomington, by the way.
Yes.
But we start maybe trying to take a stab at some listener questions we have. Maybe just a few.
Do
I
we
know
have time
a lot
for
this
that?
week. I mean, there's not really a show after us, so.
Yeah, we could do. We want to do like.
let's
You
just
want
do
to just do like 2?
Sure.
Wait, let me real
I mean,
quick.
these are some long listener questions. These are almost like full
Yeah,
topics.
these are from my sister Ella. Ella and Lana. Shout out to them.
These are very
Let's do the first 3, and then the next 4 next time.
okay.
We
Well,
also have
let's
one
go
on
ahead and
Twitter.
do the one that's not from your sisters as well. So we'll do that
Yeah.
in addition.
Hey, man, what's wrong with my sisters?
Hey, I'm just saying.
It's pretty unethical. No, I'm kidding.
No.
We gotta appease all of our listeners.
It's probably more ethical because it's not like
Some of
question
our
after
listeners
question.
have very tight bedtime schedules.
Yes.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding.
Shoot, some of them probably do.
Yeah. I do.
There's a lot of them. So
I'm getting grumpy. No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's get into it.
all right. Well, the first question. I literally feel like this is a full topic, but from Ella, what was your favorite memory as a child?
My favorite memory as a child was getting that free nacho sauce from the AMC from some sucker who would believe me.
Oh man.
My favorite memory was giving that nacho sauce.
Yes, because that was back before AMC started its child labor laws.
Yeah,
And
so
there
I was
kids
actually.
working on.
Yeah, I was 4 years old. It was my
it was
third
only manned
job.
by children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It was actually only children only went there to see movies, and children only worked there. So it was a really great system.
It was right behind the quarry mine, so it was great because I could just go from my one other
Yeah, because
part-time job to the
you
other
were
one.
like the canary boy who'd go on, and if he started dying, then that meant poisonous gases in the
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the mines. Yeah. That was a great
memory.
Now kids, what do kids now have? Their jobs now are terrible.
I know they're like paper boys.
See, I'd be the kid. It was so fun. I would hold the nail while the guys hammered it into the railroad tracks. It was just like, I learned so much from those guys.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
great guys. Yeah. So, anyways,
What-
thank you for the question, Ella. My sister Ella.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do some work. You know, you're 12 now. That's embarrassing. You're 15 now. You know, there might be a job and the
Hey.
mine's open for you.
Maybe. Should we go ahead and move on, or do you want?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this one comes from Camille.
Camille, shout out to Camille. Thank you for coming down this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, we did. What cold one is best when
girlfriend.
you're stuck in the house all week?
Oh, probably.
Maybe like some Gatorade.
Yeah.
Do you need Gatorade that like squeezed vitamin water?
Oh, I'm going with mine.
Ooh.
Hot chocolate.
Oh,
Ooh, hot chocolate.
I'm calling it. That's
That
for me,
is
at
pretty
least.
tasty.
Ooh,
I guess it depends on what they're doing in the house during this time.
Yeah, true.
You know?
They could be like in the house, like you
They
know,
could be
preparing
working
for
out.
triathlon.
Yeah, they could be. They could be
could be-
running around their house the whole entire time.
They
Yeah.
could be eating nachos and watching cops.
I'm thinking. I don't know why I thought of this. It just I kind of have a taste for it right now. But a good ginger ale. You know.
Ooh.
Maybe-
Tastes
maybe-
good
That sounds pretty
sometimes.
Maybe at Burn Your Village Barbecue too.
Oh,
From
true.
Who Hot?
No, I'm kidding.
It's
Maybe some-
sauce.
maybe some
I mean,
water?
You could drink it.
Yeah,
If you
no,
want
just a
little
little some water. Oh, that goes down so good.
Oof.
All right, so thank you for the question, Camille. I think we should maybe move on to
Yes, thank you.
one more before it's time to leave.
So this one comes from Ella again.
Shout out to Ella.
What
Who's
was
this
the
one?
best prank you ever pulled?
Oh shoot! Have I
Prank.
pulled any pranks?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm not really
We should have
too
a
much
prank
of a
week.
prank.
I don't know if there's enough material.
I can quickly say the worst prank I ever pulled, which is I put a bucket full of water. Like I took a broomstick handle and I put a bucket full of water on the roof, on the ceiling of my bathroom, right?
Oh,
So it's like
yikes.
the only thing holding this up is a bucket full of water.
Uh-huh.
And this is a classic prank. You get somebody to come in and hold it, then you say, "Congrats." If you let loose of that, a bunch of water's gonna fall on you.
Yeah.
You guys know this prank?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I show it to my cousin. I'm like, "Hey, Chelsea, come get this," and she grabs it, and she just looks at it. I don't think she realizes how much it weighs, so she instantly let go, and the water just falls all over me because I was still underneath it.
Oh no!
So that's definitely my. And
Backfired.
she's spotless, and I'm covered in water. And she's like, What's wrong with you?" Because
that's pretty
so yeah,
crazy.
that was probably my worst prank. I don't know if I'm not a very good prankster, so I don't have the best one probably.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever pulled a prank where I was like, "Oh, I'm really proud of this."
Yeah.
At the end of the
I
day,
don't know if I ever did.
I mean, tricking.
I think.
I
I mean,
think Billy's kind of the prankster too. So
we've-
that's the thing.
Yeah, Billy is quite a prankster.
we've
Oh,
tricked. We've
I
tricked
think-
people.
I think your best prank is the shrunk clothes prank.
Oh wait, that
yes.
okay. That's what I was gonna say. It's not much of a prank. It's more of a trick, but it's kind of a
Yeah,
So,
prank.
do you remember
prank.
when we put that cutout in Brandon Vitas's bed and put like a hat on it and like shoes and pretended Eric was sleeping in his bed?
that was
And
really
she's like, "All right, helper, come on, I gotta go to bed."
Yeah, yeah, he was-
the head just falls off.
He thought it was a person in his bed.
Oh,
That was
my
really funny.
goodness.
Wait, I do want to explain the shrunk
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah,
I'm
you
sorry. I
can.
know we're running out of time, but this will be very quick.
Nobody's after us. so
We
it's
are
fine.
overtime.
So, basically, what happened is freshman year. So I bought this. I bought this very small Colts jersey
Like
that was
what?
like for a baby.
I'm gonna say maybe even teddy bear size.
Yeah, like it honestly probably wouldn't even fit on a child. It was like super small. Like, so I put it. I was doing my laundry, and I was bringing my laundry. This is when we lived in Teeter. This is our freshman
Shout out to
year.
Teeter.
Yeah, shout out to TB3. So I threw the jersey onto the top of all my laundry, and then I burst into the lounge. And I throw my laundry down, and I'm like, this is the last time I wash my laundry here at Teeter. Look what happened to all my clothes. And I hold up the jersey, making it look like my clothes all shrunk.
Oh,
and now
no.
Like shrunk like 15 sizes.
yeah, like ridiculously small. And our friend, hopefully he doesn't mind that I say who he is, our friend Rushi freaks out.
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, what?"
He's like, no. He's like, it shrunk that much. It would have shrunk from like, I usually wear like a large t-shirt to literally extra baby small.
And we're all laughing, but because we all realize you're a joke. But Rushi's like, "No, dude, I don't believe you. Show me something else."
Yeah, he's like, show me something else. So I was like, okay. So I just grabbed like a shirt and I kind of crumpled it up and I just held it up. I'm like, look at this. And it was actually like one of my normal size
He was
shirts.
like, "No, dude, that's awful, man."
He was freaking out. He still believed it. It was so funny.
That also reminds you of the finder's fee. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
With the
oh,
cops
yeah.
or the handstand push-ups.
Yo, maybe
Oh,
we
But that
should,
was a good prank. Handstand push-ups.
maybe we should have
Prank week.
prank
I
or
think maybe
trick
it might
week.
be good to like end our season with our prank week.
Yeah, that might be good.
We'll put out a poll and you can vote if you'd like to hear prank week or not.
yeah.
But until then, you're listening to WXLP Bloomington. It looks like it's time for our show to end.
Yes.
Sadly.
Sorry for going
The
over.
worst time of our week and your week.
Hope you enjoyed
Yes.
the
we hope you liked
nothingness.
it. The nothingness. Let us know if you like this, and we can do more nothingness episodes next season.
Just like Seinfeld, I think nothingness works out pretty well.
I got nothing, Jerry.
Every once in a while, you
Nothing.
just got to do nothing, or not nothing, but I guess if we did
true.
nothing, it would be dead air.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I mean, we actually had plenty to talk about. Like we kind of came up with stuff. So I mean, honestly, more sometimes than even when we have planned.
Yeah.
So I think it worked
That's
out pretty
true.
well. So tweet at us, tell us what you think. We might do this again.
it's okay if you
And-
don't like it. We can take it.
And vote for our poll on
I'm
whether or
joking.
not we should
Well, I mean,
close
I'm
up.
not
I can't take it, but maybe these guys can. Whether we should close
just
up-
message like Sergey or something.
Yeah, make sure I don't see it. If
He'll
I-
like subliminally try to let us know.
Be
not
like,
to do
"Oh
it."
yes, yeah." Subliminally message and be like, "Oh, the birds are cawing a lot today." Otherwise, I will have an episode. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. Vote for our poll to see if prank week should be what we do next week. And as always, thank you for listening and have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck navigating Dead Week.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Sweet
Bye.
dreams.
Bye.